plan.
As the conversation over Confederate statues in Jacksonville continues to heat up, many are wondering if several schools with names linked to the Confederacy could ever be changed. You'll remember back in 2014, the Duval County School Board voted to change the name of Nathan B. Forrest High School to Westside High. Jacksonville currently has at least 7 schools with names tied to the Confederacy or slavery. This map shows them, the majority of them on the west and north sides of town and one in Atlantic Beach. People who want the names changed say it's a negative part of history that's offensive, but people against changing the names say they don't want history erased.
Everybody has an opinion. I mean, we could sit here and debate all day about the causes of the war between the states, but changing a school name, like I said, does not make anyone smarter. Use that money to educate students.
Well, I do believe they should be changed, and personally, I'm a part of Occupy Jacks, and we're heading the Take 'Em Down campaign at the moment, and we're doing everything in our power until they actually are changed or removed.
At this point, the district says the school board is not currently considering changing any school names.
And from schools to statues, the controversy continues about what to do with Confederate monuments in the city of Jacksonville. Mayor Lenny Curry told me this week that he's focused on his priorities, but if monuments become a priority for council, he'll deal with it then. Council President Anna Lopez-Broche told us tonight that she's pushing ahead to take a reasonable, measured look at the topic, including the potential costs.
How much is it going to cost to remove Confederate statues, and who's going to pay for them?
Well, that really is part of a bigger question.
Over the phone, Council President Anna Lopez-Broche told me that she's pursuing an inventory from the city about what exists in Jacksonville and the 840-plus square miles of Duval County. It seems too early to her to have any guesses on costs and who will pay.
So that we can develop a measured plan of understanding what we have, why it's there, why it was erected, and be able to develop a very measured response, including understanding private funding over how many years, what's going to happen, where would they go if they went anywhere.
Could they end up in places like this? We went to the Museum of Southern History on Herschel Drive. They were closed and wouldn't comment on the issue for us. We did reach out to this man who was passionate in his explanation about the monuments.
And now I'm being called a racist because I enjoy history, because I celebrate my ancestors. You know, that's offensive to me. It's an insult.
James Schillinglaw says he's a lifelong member of the Sons of Confederate Soldiers. He says the notion of moving the monuments out of public sight bothers him because it passes judgment on relatives of his in another era.
Well, the thing is, the people from 1860 is being judged by 2017 eyes. You can never judge a people by today's eyes. You know, we didn't know slavery was a moral wrong at the time. We know it now, so we don't go back to those days. My ancestors are getting the wrong rap for slavery. They didn't know it was a wrong thing to do.
Council President Broche has received some feedback from citizens since she asked for that inventory at the beginning of this week. She says it's evenly split among those encouraging removal of the monuments and those defending them.